and walks out on me. Stay tuned as I try to feed the hungry masses without losing my head.
When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking. It's Alan Harding cooking in Brooklyn. Shopping, he's a man on a mission. When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking in Brooklyn.
Sunday, Bastille Day, July 14th, crazy holiday in France. If you didn't know this, it's in 1789 when they liberated the Bastille, the hated prison where all the political prisoners were kept.
The French people were fed up with being ruled by a weirdo king and stormed the Bastille in protest. For days, angry mobs burned and pillaged houses. This was the beginning of the French Revolution.
In Brooklyn, we celebrate it a little bit differently. We have a street fair, and we eat lots of food and drink lots of wine.
To get into the French spirit of things, I'm going to make a reuben.
Reuben is basically mayonnaise. To make mayonnaise, you need eggs. If you're in the habit of writing down recipes, it's 6 extra large egg yolks. Reuben in French means rust or rust colored. This mayonnaise gets its rust color from saffron. Saffron is this fancy herb that is the pistil of a crocus.
Now, along with saffron in this pot, I've added some lemon peel and shallots. Now, I'm just gonna cook it up with some white wine.
You could see the flame from the alcohol and the wine burning off. We just want to reduce this all the way till it's dry. After it's dry, let it come down to room temperature, because when you build a mayonnaise in a food processor, when you mix anything with the egg yolks before you add the oil, it's got to be at room temperature or even cold.
Come on, guys. Come on. Don't you want the weekend off?
He's gonna get really angry. It's Bastille Day. It's gonna be busy. He's gonna need us.
It's Bastille Day. It's the day to have some fun, to go drink some wine, meet some girls. Come on.
I feel bad, though.
I want to take my nice room temperature white wine essence, lemon peel, saffron, and shallot mix, and make that nice and smooth. Now we can go in with 6 whole cloves of garlic. All right, now we go in with our 6 egg yolks, extra large egg yolks. I wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. Just make sure everything gets really pureed before you go in with the olive oil. And you just want to drizzle it in. You don't want to pour it in. It's about 2 cups. That's it right there. So then we go in with, use one of these pieces of bread as a little spatula.
And that's all there is to making French reuben my way.
That's good. Just have to make the croutons now. Jamie, 2 loaves of day-old French bread, please.
Ah, you see? You see? You are on a leash for this man.
I say we take the day off.
That's right. We go out, we have some fun, drink some wine.
What's going on here? I got a lot of work to do. I'm not paying you guys to talk. Let's go.
Alan, we've been doing a lot of thinking, and Gerard wants to say something.
But we're not going to work on Sunday.
Why?
Bastille Day.
Bastille Day? You're Canadian.
We're not going to work. We're not going to work. That's all, eh? That's all.
That's all, I can't believe it. That Gerard, he's the troublemaker. Just because he wants to take Bastille Day off, he's got to take my whole crew with him. I'm surprised they're not down there banging out a guillotine to put my head in. Now, these guys, they think they got me. Ain't gonna happen. The king will prevail. I will figure out something to cook that'll make those guys look like monkeys. Whenever I run into adversity, I always seek the help of a paid professional. No, not that kind of professional. A professional chef. You know, someone like me. Someone I can bounce ideas off of. Arielle Dagan is perfect. She runs a company called D'Artagnan. Wild game, foie gras, and duck. She knows everything there is to know about Bastille Day. Chef.
Hey.
How you doing? I got a little problem.
You want them to work on Bastille Day? We don't work on Bastille Day. We make revolution on Bastille Day.
I'm learning that now, but I mean, the bottom line is I have to make something easy that I can cook myself on the street. What is a typical French street food?
Well, in France, we don't have hot dogs, but we have the merguez that comes from North Africa. It's a lamb sausage.
They look great. How do you spice it?
Harissa, which is a mixture of chili peppers ground.
You cook this on the rotisserie, and that's it.
5 minutes and it's done.
And how do you serve it once it's cooked?
You take a piece of baguette, cut it lengthwise, put a dollop of Dijon mustard in there, your sausage, you're done.
What could be easier? Beautiful. Wow, these are delicious. What are those over there?
The breast of the moulard duck, you know the big duck we get the foie gras from?
The big ducks.
Yeah, of course you're having duck at Bastille Day, no?
Duck. I wasn't planning on serving duck. And you sell the whole ducks.
That's the beauty of it. You take the whole duck. For your contest,
Contest?
you have to have a demoiselle eating contest. In Gascony, the carcass, after you take everything off the bones, we call demoiselle. You're supposed to take it and eat it as clean as possible, as fast as possible.
A duck eating contest?
A duck carcass contest.
That would probably attract a lot of attention to my food stand. There's never been a duck eating contest in Brooklyn before. This would be a first. This is gonna be great. Merguez and ducks. Viva the duck.
My decorating philosophy? Help.
Really amazing how in this business things just fall into your lap. I mean, Arielle was so jazzed to have me do the demoiselle for the Bastille Day. She gave me this big bucket of duck livers. And the tree at Patois, it's in season right now with beautiful, ripe, fresh apricots. So with those two ingredients in the back of my head, I thought I would take some slices of bacon and wrap the apricot and the duck liver together, skewer it with fresh rosemary, and grill it over charcoal. So let's just make one. I'm gonna make 3, see how they come out. Stretch the bacon out a little bit, as long as you can. That'll give me more surface area to wrap the duck liver and the apricot together. Pretty smart, huh? So let's just season these up with a little bit of black pepper. Now, rosemary is basically a pine tree. And what we want to use are these big pine tree branches to skewer this whole thing together to keep it from unraveling. Kind of like that. The only thing we have to do to get it through the apricot and the duck liver is put a point on the end. That I can do with the knife. Now, it's okay that there's some leaves. The only important thing is that there's a point on the end. And the rosemary's gonna hopefully perfume the whole inside. So we're ready to go. Oh, these are really fresh. You know, these apricots are so large, I just want to chop them down just a little bit. Because when this thing hits the hot grill, I think the duck liver is going to cook a lot quicker than the apricot. Good. And then you can nestle the duck liver into that little cup. Oh, be generous with the black pepper. Salt. Just on the liver, not on anything else. And then roll. Good. There's 3. I got my skewers ready, and I just want to impale these, basically. Now, let me marinate them just a little bit. And I like to perfume them with extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to bake them in my test kitchen in just a little bit of red wine vinegar. And without further ado, 425-degree oven for about 5 minutes. When the bacon is nice and brown and crunchy on the outside, the dish is done. We have sizzling. Wow, that looks great. Let's taste it. See that? Liver's still a little pink, just the way I like it. Bacon's cooked. That's good. The fruit and the smoke from the bacon work together, and the wonderful creaminess of the duck liver, perfect. I think it's a winner. Beautiful. 50 more and I'm done.
When you're shopping for appliances, there's only one place you need to go. There's only one place.
I'm starting to enjoy myself a little bit. I got all my prep done. Everything's all ready. I even have time now to make dessert. And what could be a simpler, easier dessert than a fresh peach and blueberry compote rolled around crepes with a little vanilla? Now, these peaches have a stone inside, and sometimes the peaches don't really want to give up their stone. These are really ripe. Just gonna take our time. It's a little messy, but that's okay. I'm gonna heat up my pan. Now, that's this big, giant saute pan that I have here. That way, all the fruit can lay on one layer. That's really important. Butter It's about 3/4 of a stick of butter. The vanilla beans are a ripe vanilla pod from some weird orchid, I don't know, in Tahiti or something. And there's little black seeds inside. You gotta cut open each vanilla bean and scrape the seeds out. Just like that. Make sure you don't leave them on the cutting board. They're very small. They're hard to get, but throw those right into the pan with the butter. All right, so now the vanilla beans are in the fat. Now we can go in with the sugar. And now to stop the whole process from cooking, you can go in with your fruit. And that would be just put it right there on the front. Make sure you don't put the pits back in. Hey, if you wanted to make this with apples, it would work. If you wanted to make it with apricots, like that duck liver app, that would work too. Or plums. Oh, the vanilla smells incredible. Just want to give this like a little, just make sure the bottom ends up on the top. And as usual, with dessert, just a little pinch of salt. I don't know why, but my grandmother always did that. That's gonna take a minute. Great. I got 3 great things going on in this pan. I got caramel, I got vanilla essence embedded in the caramel, and I got my peaches that were really ripe to begin with, starting to like break down and soften up. That's exactly where we want the dish. Now we want to stop the cooking process. What better way to stop the cooking process than by adding a whole bunch of really cold, fresh blueberries? That, we turn off the flame, pull these out because these pods are kind of like big twigs. You don't want to serve them. This is great. Tomorrow, the whole thing is going to set up really hard, like a marmalade or a grape jelly. And when we roll it around our crepes with the powdered sugar, it's just going to be delicious. Welcome to Bastille Day. Look at this coleslaw cutter. Too bad I didn't bring any cabbage. This is great. I got everything I need. I don't need anyone's help. Forget them. I'll do it all myself. Arielle was great with the merguez. All I got to do is grill it. And they're cooking quick, too. That's good news when you're all by yourself. Just want to taste one, make sure it's cooked. Oh, wow, look at that. All those spices. That's delicious, but it would be really killer if I made a little mustard sauce. I'm gonna go see what I have. The mayonnaise and the sour cream in this sauce is really gonna cut the richness of the sausage. Equal parts mayonnaise and sour cream, and then just a good amount of mustard. Little black pepper, little salt. Just whisk it together. See how it goes with the sausage. Perfect. Baguette, creamy mustard sauce, spicy sausage. It's a winner. Oh, hi.
Hi.
You want to try the merguez?
I would, thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
1 down, 50 to go. I'm moving my whole stand down to where the action is. This is where they're playing pétanque.
Red 14.
The game of pétanque is a cross between horseshoes and bocce ball. In Brooklyn, we block off an entire street and fill it up with sand. The best part of playing pétanque is that you're supposed to eat and drink a lot while you play.
This is great. This is right where I want to be. Right in the center of action. I can't believe no one's here already. Fire up my grill.
Red 29, please come to the tent.
These are the duck livers with the apricot and the bacon that I marinated overnight. I put a little sugar in the marinade as well as a little red wine vinegar. Make sure you don't flip them right away. You want the bacon to get crispy and all that sugar to caramelize. Oh, they look great. I knew they'd be good on the grill. Oh, this smells great. The rosemary's starting to perfume the whole street. I wonder if anyone's really gonna notice what I'm doing here. My duck livers are ready. And who'd have thunk I'd have a line of people waiting for them? Only in France do people wait online for duck liver. Okay, no pushing, everyone. Stay in line, keep it orderly. Next. There you go, young lady.
See?
Quite a getup you have there.
Thank you.
Are you dressed like that for any reason?
I'm about to do a show.
Really?
Yeah.
On the street?
Yeah, you should come see it.
What are you doing after the show? I'm only kidding. Well, you enjoy that and come back to me later. We have more food.
Okay.
See ya. Don't you just love Bastille Day?
Hi, I'm Lou Gentine from Sargento Cheese. Our family is a passion.
Maybe now's a good time to do that duck eating competition Arielle was talking about.
Gentlemen, it's a duck carcass, and you must clean the carcasses in 2 minutes. Clean the carcasses. More faster. 8. He's stubborn. He's stubborn. Oh. I don't see the bone clean. Stop! It's time. Don't eat more. Oh, you stop eating, I say. Oh, don't eat. You okay? This is good. This it is a winner. Eater of Demoiselle of the Year.
The best thing about the Demoiselle, I was able to scavenge a whole bunch of extra duck meat. It's got really crispy skin, and it's really well seasoned. Make a great salad. So just chop up the meat, and then take some nice hearty green. This is chicory, which I already washed. Just rough chop it. That goes into a bowl, just like that. Perfect. Now we can go with the goat cheese. This is a really firm goat cheese. Just want to crumble the goat cheese into the bowl. It helps if it's really cold. Perfect. Now a little red onion. Just some thin slices. The thinner, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Beautiful. Now a little fruit, because duck and fruit go together really well. For that, I'm using really ripe figs, practically mushy. It's going to break into the salad, be really delicious. Just want to quarter these up. And now some radicchio. In addition to the radicchio having a really great bitter flavor that goes great with the fruit, it's got a great color, nice purple. Great, now we're gonna top this with the duck. Now we're ready to dress the salad. This is gonna be great. Just a simple vinaigrette made with a little red wine vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of grainy mustard, and a whole bunch of those duck drippings that were in the pan after I cooked the duck. Just shake it up really well, make sure it's emulsified. Not too much salad dressing. Now take your tongs and just get the whole thing coated. And that's it. Just make sure everyone gets a little duck, a little fig, a little red onion, and a little goat cheese. Not too difficult, huh? See if I can find someone to try it out on. Excuse me, you want to try the duck salad?
Yeah, I'll check this out.
Excellent, good.
Wonderful. Oh my God.
What street fair is complete without dessert? Of course I have to make a dessert. What could be simpler than crepe? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a simple crepe batter with a couple eggs, 3 to be exact, some French water, whisk the eggs together. Make sure you break up all the yolks, that's really important. Now we're gonna add some flour. We add the flour slow, because we wanna make a batter. Just make sure you break up all the lumps of flour. That would make a bad crepe. A little bit more water. We want them to be very thin. Just like that. Now I'm gonna add a whole bunch of melted butter, because crepes are no good without butter in them. And this is about a stick of butter. The butter goes into the mix. Whisk this all together. Check the consistency. It's supposed to be really thin. Not like water, and not like pancake batter, sort of like heavy cream or half and half. A thin crepe is key to a good dessert. That's good. I just want to heat up the crepe pans because a hot pan is really important to crepes. Also a little bit of butter. There's butter in the batter, but you need some butter in the pan just to make sure the crepes don't stick. When that butter is melted and sizzling, the pan's ready to make crepe. Tilt the pan around so the butter coats it. And then just add a little crepe batter to each pan. Not too much. Tilt the pan. The first couple ones don't usually work out. You can throw those away. It's only flour, butter, eggs, and a little water. The funny thing about crepes is they cook 90% of the way on one side. Basically, they're done the second they hit the pan. The pan's really hot. Just want to brown them up a little, give them a little color. Just like that. A little fruit compote
That I made last night.
just like that. A little powdered sugar. And this is all ready to go. Oh, you're back. Do you like whipped cream?
I love it.
I knew that. There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Get back to me. Crepes, anyone? Beautiful. Crepe? There you go. Enjoy. There you go. There you go. Enjoy. It's peach and blueberry compote. You're soaking in it now. It's amazing how a street fair can bring people together. You know what? I don't think I need a crew. I could do this all by myself. It's a shame Bastille Day isn't every day. Alan Harding, Cookin in Brooklyn. See you next time.
This is Alan again. If you want my recipes and more about cooking in Brooklyn, go to discovery.com and click on Discovery Home Channel.
When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking. It's Alan Harding, cooking in Brooklyn. Shopping, he's a man on a mission. When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking, cooking in Brooklyn.
Next, 8 student chefs are heating things up at this premier cooking school, and we'll see firsthand how life in the kitchen can sometimes get dicey. Find out just what it takes to be a
You
top.
think you know how to make a sandwich?
Bread, spread, filler.
Nothing to it, right? Just meat, some bread? Okay, but do you have what it takes to enter my sandwich derby?
You deep fry mozzarella for a sandwich?
On your mark, get set, may the best sandwich win.
When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking. It's Alan Harding, cooking in Brooklyn. Shopping, he's a man on a mission. When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking, cooking in Brooklyn.
Hello, I'm Alan Harding. Welcome to another episode of Cookin' in Brooklyn. And we are definitely cooking in Brooklyn at the Gowanus Yacht Club. It's our new concept. It's a seasonal business that features 2 of America's greatest foods, beer and hot dogs. However, hot dog sales are off, and I'm beginning to think that we might have to make a change.
Excuse me, Alan? You got a sec?
Sure. What's up?
Much. Just wanted to tell you these hot dogs are delicious.
Thanks. Glad you're here.
Hey, it looks like I'm the only one.
Yeah, you are.
Word on the street is you don't have enough on your menu.
I got 15 different kinds of hot dogs. 3 of them are specially made for me.
And it's all good. Everything you got.
What do you want me to do? Bake lasagna on an oil drum?
It wouldn't kill you to make a sandwich. You got a bar top there. Yeah. You got to draw the people back in. Maybe a contest.
Contest?
Have the people in the neighborhood come in and make the sandwich that they like.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, would you rather have an empty place?
I definitely do not want an empty place.
No.
A sandwich contest.
The Gowanus Yacht Club Sandwich Derby.
Wow.
Don't take my word for it. Go ask some other people.
That's good advice. I'm going to conduct my own informal poll. Thanks a lot. Excuse me, can you tell me what your favorite sandwich is?
Hummus, capers, feta cheese.
No cheese, please. Being lactose intolerant, I need an alternative.
Bananas, cream cheese, and jelly.
Probably like a reuben.
Reuben's a great sandwich.
They're hot and gooey.
Sandwiches aren't that difficult. I think I can do this. For me, sandwiches boil down into 3 basic components. And if I had a chalkboard, I could illustrate it, but it's not that difficult. Bread, spread, the glue that holds the sandwich together, and filler, the stuff that goes between the bread and the spread. Simple, right? So let's make a sandwich. This is a whole seeded rye. There. Part one of our primer on sandwiches is bread. The second component that makes a great sandwich is the spread. Now, the spread is what's gonna glue the whole sandwich together. For me, all great sandwiches start with mayonnaise. But within that mayonnaise parameter, there are millions of variations. Thousand Island or Russian dressing. This is pre-packaged basil pesto, and it's wonderful. It's got garlic and pine nuts and Parmesan cheese and loads of fresh basil. Goes great in mayonnaise. There's also olive oil in it, which I really like. You want your sandwich spread to be very rich. You definitely do not want a dull sandwich. So, pesto spread for my sandwich. You can see where this is going. As long as you start with the mayonnaise and good ingredients, the variations are endless. Mustard, pickles, wasabi, whatever you want to do. Smoked salmon. The only limit is between your ears.
Or between your bread.
Last component is filler. That's what goes between the bread and the spread. Now, if you're a vegetarian, that wouldn't be meat. Since this is the Gowanus Yacht Club and there's no way I can make whatever everyone wants, I'm gonna make what I know, and that's hot dogs. Sliced hot dogs, sauerkraut, Russian dressing, Swiss cheese, and maybe something else will come to me, but I'm gonna make a grilled Reuben on the grill. Hot dogs. I like a big sandwich. I'm gonna use 3 hot dogs. You're probably rolling your eyes like this fancy chef is making a sandwich out of hot dogs, but you can elevate a hot dog to star quality. The first step is grilling over a really nice hardwood charcoal. Gonna char up the outside. It's gonna give a really good flavor dimension to this sandwich. If you want to use a knockwurst here or kielbasa, there's no limit to what you could use. Back to basics. I want to start with a little spread. I'm going to use this Russian dressing. Spread that uniformly on both sides, just like that. Swiss cheese. Now, when you're making a grilled sandwich, it's really important to layer the ingredients. You want the cheese to encase all the meat. I like a lot of cheese. Great. Now we need sauerkraut. Now, this sauerkraut I bought, and I drained all the liquid out because you definitely do not want a soggy sandwich. My hot dogs are ready. Let's go grab these. They look great, don't they? Nice and charred on the outside, just the way I like them. And the good thing about freshly cooked hot dogs is the center of our sandwich is already going to be warm. They're going to go on the bread just like that. And one more, just because I want a two-fisted sandwich. Just like that. Now, another slice of cheese. That will make sure that my hot dogs stay glued to the sauerkraut. My curveball is the sliced pickles. That a real Reuben expert would have a big problem with. But you know what? I don't care. I like sliced pickles. The acidity, the crunch, makes a great sandwich. One more slice of cheese. Now, put this together like this. Doesn't that look great? Now, I'm gonna cover this up like this, as tight as possible. It's gonna steam a little bit on the grill. The foil is gonna heat up. The bread is gonna toast on the bottom. All the cheese is gonna melt, and all the flavors are gonna mingle together. So that's been 10 minutes, and I kept flipping it over so it would heat up evenly. Just wanna take this off, bring it over to my table. Oh, baby, that looks good. I've achieved toast perfection on a char grill. You couldn't do better in a 5-star kitchen. That's a sandwich, huh? We're gonna crown this with a pickle. And that's my take on a Reuben. The best way to figure out if a sandwich is any good, try it out on someone you know. And I know just who to give it to. Jane.
Yeah?
Do me a favor. Bring this sandwich to that guy over there with the book. I want to know what he thinks of it.
Sure. Here you go, sir. Alan wanted you to try this.
Oh, looks great.
Hey, Alan, you got a second?
Sure.
This is outrageous. It's good. It's really good. I mean, it's got sweet, sour, salty, hot, like any great sandwich.
Listen,
Awesome.
You can help me out. I mean, you're a professional food writer. How would you like to judge my sandwich derby? Could you sit here for a couple hours, eat some sandwiches, wash down with ice-cold beer?
For you, anything.
You're the best. See you tomorrow at 2.
Feed me.
Great, I got my judge. This sandwich derby is gonna be a huge success. All I need now are contestants.
If you...
Man, I'm in a real bind. I got this sandwich derby. I need some sandwiches. You make sandwiches here?
No, we don't. Go next door. He makes good Italian sandwiches.
Frank?
Frank, next door.
Okay.
Very good.
All right. Oh.
Yes.
Hey, I'm in a jam.
Okay.
I need sandwiches for my sandwich derby. You want to be in the contest?
I can make a sandwich. Come on.
All right. So show me your best sandwich.
We make with farina di ceci, chickpea flour.
Chickpea flour?
So we put the panelle inside. Okay, so...
You fry chickpea flour?
First of all, we cook polenta style. After that, we put on a wood molding.
To make those square things?
Right, each one we do by hand.
Every morning?
Every morning.
So then you take those square things and you fry them?
Then we fry.
And then what do you do?
Then we put a ricotta and cheese.
Wow.
Okay?
That looks delicious.
And then some pecorino. And this is the panelle.
And that's the same sandwich you've been making since 1904?
1 more year, we're going to be 100.
Amazing.
So after we do that, we put in the oven and we bake in for 1 minute, 2 minutes.
That looks like a great sandwich. But that's like a vegetarian sandwich.
It is.
Do you make anything with meat?
We have the Bastille, which for us is the Cecil hamburger.
Vasted. What is that in English?
It's not chopped meat, it's a spleen.
Spleen?
Spleen. This is the spleen.
Wow.
And we cook with the pork lard.
Oh, that smells great.
We put on the bread, so we just put a couple of slices.
Oh, wow.
Okay, some people like it wet with a lot of juice. Some people like it dry.
Ah.
Then you can put a ricotta and cheese. Personally, I like it just with the lemon.
Just spleen and lemon?
Spleen and lemon.
You don't like to adulterate your spleen
I don't like
with
the
anything
ricotta
else.
on top of the spleen.
I could see where you wouldn't want ricotta on your spleen.
Nice, a lot of lemon. And I put some cheese on top.
Just a little bit.
Then I bake in the oven just to make the bread a little toasted. That's
Wow.
it. That's the way what I like.
That sounds good. But if you had to pick one sandwich.
Both.
You know what? You want to enter both?
Of course.
We'll enter both. May the best sandwich win. Maybe America's ready for spleen. Hey, Ken. So what is this sandwich?
This is a roasted pork hoagie.
So that's pork loin without the bones.
What we're gonna do is, once the pan is hot, we're gonna drop it in. After all sides are brown, we're going to put this in the oven. 350-degree oven, and it's gonna be about half an hour. After this is cooked, let it rest. And that basically keeps all the juices in it. Alan, would you like to slice?
Yeah, let me do that for you. Just whack it into thin slices?
Yes, very thin.
So here's our pork. What's next?
Next, we are going to bread and fry mozzarella.
Wait a minute. You deep fry mozzarella for a sandwich?
You're gonna have cold pork, cold spread, and then you're gonna have warm, crispy fried mozzarella. This is a pretty standard breading technique. We do flour, egg, and then the breadcrumbs. Now, these are Japanese called panko breadcrumbs.
Oh, the coarse white breadcrumbs.
Yeah, you can use any type of breadcrumb you like, but these will give you an extra crispy, special sandwich. So now we have to fry this. It's
Excellent.
breaded and ready to go. So you only want it in there for about 25 seconds.
Okay, just to crisp up the breadcrumbs on the outside.
Because you want the center to be slightly cold and creamy.
I gotta say, that looks pretty good, Ken. Show me how to assemble this. I need some closure in this sandwich.
Well, since you're the master, it would be an honor if you put it together for me.
This sandwich, you use the bread hinged.
Right.
Okay.
Now, this is what makes a hoagie, this type of bread. In New York, it would be a sub or a hero, but this is, in Philadelphia, a hoagie.
How much mayonnaise?
Just an even spread over it. Next, we put the pork on.
About 8 slices?
Yes.
Okay. The shingling of the pork. What's next?
Okay, next we're gonna put the mozzarella on that you just fried.
Wow. Really crunchy.
Next, lettuce, tomato,
This
and
is
onion.
shredded romaine?
Yes, we like the mouthfeel of it. We like it that people can eat it very easily.
Did you say mouthfeel?
Yeah, we like the way it feels in your mouth.
Really? Okay, Ken. Okay. And then we go with chopped tomatoes.
Yes.
Now, These look like pickled cherry peppers.
Absolutely.
And you left the seeds in as well?
We do. We want the heat because otherwise there's too much creaminess in the sandwich.
How do they feel in your mouth? They
feel
burn a little bit, don't
spicy.
they? Bias cut.
Just for that extra
And
little
then we
element.
got the Hope and Anchor basket here.
That's it.
The Hope and Anchor hoagie. That's the sandwich you want to enter?
Yes, this is it.
All right, I'm going to sign you up. So the Hope and Anchor hoagie.
Nature fanatic, health nut. Grape nuts eaters have been.
I think I have some great entries for the contest, but they're definitely missing the boat on something as simple as America's greatest sandwich. And that, my friends, is the BLT. I'm going to make a BLT like you've never seen before. I'm going to make it Brooklyn style. Okay. Lard bread. Black pepper and lard bread, a Sicilian specialty. This will make a great BLT. I just want to lop off the ends and bisect it down the middle. When you're using a dense bread like this, some people like to scoop out the inside, but look at all that ham. I'd be a fool to throw that out. I just want to toast this up on the grill a little bit. If you have a toaster or a toaster oven, feel free to use it. If you don't want to use the Savage makeshift grill, the only thing I need now is my bacon. And this bacon you're gonna love. This is slab bacon. Really fatty, really thick. You can adjust the slice on it. I mean, if you want to use pre-sliced bacon, by all means go ahead, but I can't. This, I want to cut into thick slices. Sometimes this bacon has the rind on it, which is the thick skin. That is definitely not delicious. You don't want to use that, so I'm gonna cut that off. Now, the bacon is already cooked. It's been smoked. We just want to warm it up. Want to get that char flavor on it. I'm gonna go to the grill and just char it up a little bit. Now, this you want to watch very carefully. You don't want to walk away from it now because once the fat starts to run off, it might start a grease fire. We don't want that. So I toasted up the bread a little bit. Now, it doesn't really matter to me what kind of tomato you use. You want to use an heirloom variety or a plum tomato or any other kind of tomato, by all means, go ahead. But please, America, make sure it's ripe. Okay, 4 nice slices of tomato, my arugula. All right, now we're ready to build this. I'm gonna take some of my basil mayonnaise. Now remember, this is just store-bought pesto from the supermarket with store-bought mayonnaise. I mean, what could be simpler? So, I got my spread on my bread. Gonna put down my arugula, like that. Now, what I really like when you build a BLT is when you take the bacon that's all nice and hot and you put it on top of the lettuce. Wow, I wish you could smell this. Okay, so hot bacon. It's got the nice char from the charcoal. Then my sliced tomatoes. This looks great. Doesn't that look delicious? And that's it. Slab bacon, ripe, fresh tomatoes, peppery arugula, and a simple basil mayonnaise I made from store-bought ingredients.
Hi, Alan.
Hey.
Why don't we make a sandwich for your sandwich derby?
Sandwiches? This is an Indian restaurant.
That's right. We do have sandwiches.
You have sandwiches here?
Yeah, we got great sandwiches.
Show me,
Come on.
show me. Let's
come on
do
in.
it.
Sure, come on in. Baluchi makes a great sandwich for you.
Excellent.
We are going to make kati kebabs, which is a kind of a wrap sandwich in Indian style.
Kati
Kebab.
kebab.
In this, we marinate the chicken overnight, which we call it chicken tikka.
Cool.
This is diced chicken, boneless.
Cool.
I'm going to put in the bowl. Going to use some ginger garlic paste.
You blend it all together to
Yeah.
save a step.
This is chili powder. This is cumin powder.
I love cumin powder.
It really gives a taste.
Now, this stuff I never saw before.
Chaat masala is a mixture of different spices which you use.
Oh, I smell the ginger.
Tamarind.
Wow. Cardamom?
Cardamom, 2 different spices.
A closely guarded trade secret, right?
That's right.
Okay. I'll have to
Some
pick through the garbage and get the empty box, right?
Chopped cilantro.
Excellent. Fresh lemon.
Juice. That should be enough.
That looks great.
Just mix it together.
Get all the spices
All
mixed.
Mixed.
Now, what gives it that creamy look?
That's yogurt right
Uh-huh.
here. Enough.
Excellent.
And here we go. This I'm going to marinate it overnight.
Okay, we're going to put this in the fridge. And through the magic of television,
yes,
you have some already marinated. Go
That's right.
figure. Okay, Suki, let's see what you do. It's got all the marinade and all the flavor in it. So now how do you cook it?
This is a tandoor, Indian clay oven, which is...
A tandoor?
That's right.
So are you saying that in India, everyone has one of these in their backyard?
It used to be like that. But
I bet you could cook a hot dogs in there pretty good, huh? You probably do that once in a while.
You can do anything in there.
So how long does that chicken take to cook?
Less than 5 minutes. It's about 600 to 800 degrees Fahrenheit.
Let me see how you make a sandwich.
This is a chicken tikka which you just cooked.
Look at that. Is that cool or what?
Okay, here's the naan bread.
Wow. What do you got here?
Juliennes of red pepper.
Okay.
Juliennes of green pepper.
Why?
Julienne of tomatoes, some red onion, and some cucumber. Julienne.
Cucumber.
Chaat masala.
The secret spice that I'm definitely going to find out how you make it somehow.
You can add some green chilies to it. It gives a good flavor to it, too.
I love spicy food. Spicy food and beer
Spicy.
go together really
Yes,
well,
right.
don't they?
Now he's going to roll the sandwich.
Cool. That sandwich is a winner. I have to have it at the Derby. Okay, so it's Chef Suki, Bellucci's Restaurant. See you tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you.
My name's Todd Oldham, and this is my new collection of furniture.
Peter.
Hey, Alan. Hey.
Gentlemen, your judge for the proceedings will be Peter Kaminsky, esteemed author of The Elements of Taste. May the best sandwich win. This is Francesco from Ferdinando's on Union Street.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Panelle. This is chickpea, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it's creamy, crunchy. That sets the bar really high. Oh, the old go-to cow spleen.
That's the Bastille.
That's, how do you say it?
Bastille.
My first Bastille.
Take your time, cleanse your palate. This is Suki from Bellucci's on Smith Street.
How do you do?
This is a kati kebab, tandoori chicken.
Well, that's a lot lighter tasting than I thought, you know? Beer man?
Palate cleanse. Swish, spit.
Excellent.
This is Ken from Hope and Anchor.
Salute you, sir.
Pork hoagie. That's pork loin, thinly sliced.
You did good coverage on the face. A luncheon meat special.
Yes, this is Dr. Ed.
Dr. Ed.
Gastroenterologist to the stars.
I get it. So we're going to have a gastronomic something. Maybe 9 kinds of meat in there. It's terrific. All right, Alan.
All right, let's have a meeting.
I am paralyzed with indecision.
You're the judge, man. I can't make this decision.
And I have to pick one.
Yes, one sandwich. So what's it going to be, Mr. Expert?
You know, if I had to pick, and I had to, and you're telling me I had to?
Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to pick one.
All right, I would say the panelle special.
Panelle special.
Or the pork hoagie.
A tie. Go figure. I know what to do. Mom, I need you to taste the sandwiches and tell me which one's the best.
This will solve the problem.
That's the hot dog Reuben I made. I didn't enter it in the competition.
But I'm entering it now.
Have you ever heard of conflict of interest?
But this is so good.
Thanks, Mom. Just sit down. Another episode of Cookin' in Brooklyn is over. And of course, the yeoman's work is on my shoulders. I'll have to proclaim a winner. And the winner I have decided is Ferdinando's Focacceria. Francesco, congratulations. 100 years, 100 years of sandwiches finally pays off. Everyone, enjoy the entries.
They're all very good.
This is Alan again. If you want my recipes and more about cooking in Brooklyn, go to discovery.com and click on Discovery Home Channel. That I just forgot about our wedding anniversary. Double ouch. Watch as I use French cooking to win back my wife and keep myself out of the doghouse.
When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking. It's Alan Harding cooking in Brooklyn. Chopping, he's a man on a mission. When the going gets tough, the tough get cooking in Brooklyn.
Good morning. I'm Alan Harding, and I have a killer hangover. My friend Michael and I drank too much Beaujolais Nouveau last night, and I hurt myself. I definitely need something to eat. I have to fix my head. Oh. You know, the key to recuperating from a night of drinking is aspirin and lots of water and a big breakfast. Eggs, of course, for a good frittata. Frittata is gonna really take care of my body's craving some nourishment.